The Buffalo Bills come away with a pretty easy victory, actually, versus the New England Patriots, which is a bit surprising because I thought the Patriots have a good defense and a good running game, so I thought they would put up a better fight than they did last night as the Bills come away with a 2-touchdown victory, and they even seemed to throw up the white flag at the end, as under 2 minutes the Bills were taking a knee. The Patriots had all of their timeouts, and they didn't use any of them. Bill Belichick said after the game he did that because I guess earlier in the year they played Baltimore and did use their timeouts, and one of their players got injured. So he was just worried about picking up another injury, I guess, to the Patriots team, and didn't feel like he could get the win at that point. So he threw up the white flag. Stats don't always tell the story of what happens at a game. I think the Buffalo Bills D-line played really well, and they only came away with 1 sack. So that doesn't really tell the whole story, as A.J. Epinesa got that sack, but I felt like the entire defensive line played really well, which was great because Von Miller was out this game, and they needed to play well with him out. So Epinesa played well. I thought Shaq Lawson played fantastic. And Shaq Lawson, when he was gone, played with the Dolphins and the Texans, I didn't think he was really playing that well, but he comes back to the Bills, and he is playing lights-out football right now for the Bills. And Rousseau tipped a pass, and, you know, all these guys, and shut down the run. Ed Oliver, you know, they all just had a great game. It was great to watch Jordan Phillips at one point chasing their quarterback all over the field. That was actually a little funny. But what a great game by our entire defensive line. And if you can say that your whole unit is doing well, that's the kind of thing you want to see. As we don't care about fantasy stats. The pass and the rush game for the Bills combined really well, as I thought Josh Allen spread the ball around well in the passing game to Diggs, Davis, McKenzie. He got most of the wide receivers involved. And the running game played really well, as I feel both of our running backs played well in the game, and I'll get to more about that in a moment. And Dawson Knox, you know, a lot of fans today are dogging Dawson Knox because he didn't have a lot of receiving yards in the game. He had a good amount of receiving yards against Cleveland a couple weeks back, but the new offense, I believe, is asking Dawson to stay into block more, and particularly in this game, they had to do that because with Dawkins injured, they had Quisenberry in at left tackle, and Quisenberry is injured too. His ankle was really bothering him, and you could see it during the game, and the Patriots were taking advantage of it, as any team would. And Brown over at right tackle, you just got to keep those guys in to help block. And I think Dawson was doing more of that. And that's just the way that the offense is built this year. That's my opinion on it. And Dawson is a great player. I'm so proud to have him on our team. And he's doing what the offensive coordinator asked. And Quentin Morris was not able to play in this game. I think he had the flu. So Tommy Sweeney had to step up. Tommy Sweeney, a good blocker, but on the one long pass to Stephon Diggs, where they did take what they were always taking what the defense gave them, and on that they gave him a long pass, and Josh rolled out and threw it deep to Diggs. It should have been a touchdown, but Sweeney was holding on the play, and that nullified that. But Tommy Sweeney's a good tight end too, and so is Quentin Morris, and so is Dawson Knox. So I'm not worried about our tight end room, as some of our fans are. Now, you got to play through the whistle. Play through the whistle is what we've talked about on this channel a couple of times. And as some of our wide receivers at times have got caught not blocking because they get caught watching the game, or another player will get caught watching the game. You can't do that. You've got to play the entire game. You got to have a swarming defense that won't stop until the whistle or through the whistle. And on Josh Allen's touchdown, where he was rolling out, there's a good lesson to learn for the Bills because the Patriots made that mistake. Josh Allen, they thought he was going to get knocked out of bounds, or he was going out of bounds. A couple of their DBs stopped playing left Gabe Davis open in the end zone, and Josh threw him the ball. That's a touchdown that the Patriots should not have allowed if they were playing through the whistle. So, you know, we can learn from other teams' mistakes too. As we try to every week learn from our own mistakes, we can also learn from the other team's mistakes and try to grow stronger and stronger and stronger throughout the course of the season. And just take what the defense is giving you. It's something we've talked about several times on this channel. And taking what the defense gives you, if they're going to line up on with 1 yard on for goal to go, and they're not going to line up with their goal line defense, and they're going to leave the A-gap open with a 4-3 defense, you're going to take it. Just take the touchdown. I was calling for Josh Allen to just go under center and take the dive forward because the A-gap's open. But they handed it to Singletary, and he just walked right in. So if the defense is going to give you a touchdown, you're going to take a touchdown. If the defense is going to give you long passes, you're going to take long passes. If the defense is going to give you short passes, you're going to take short passes. If the defense is going to give you runs to the inside, you're going to take runs to the inside. They're going to take runs to I think you get the point. Take what the defense is giving you. On to the health of the team. I did talk earlier with Deion Dawkins injured. They had to put Quisenberry in. And the left tackle position is a very difficult position. And I think we take for granted how great Deion Dawkins plays it. And Quisenberry was playing it on a hurt leg. And you could see during the game that with that injury, he was struggling because the Patriots were taking advantage of it. As again, I think any team would. And God bless Quisenberry. I mean, the guy's a cancer survivor, so I'm not surprised. But we've had him play left guard, right tackle, and now left tackle. That's what you want out of a swing guy, and he can do it. And he's been doing it this year. With Von Miller announced on the 4-week IR right before the game. We needed a strong game from our defensive players, and I think Ed Oliver and Epinesa and those guys all came through with a great game. So the injuries can hurt you there. Micah Hyde's injury continues to hurt the team. I thought Hamlin at the start of the year came out really well and was playing fantastic for us. But the last couple of games he's had a bit of a struggle. And maybe it's because he's not used to playing this many games in a row. As in college, they don't play this many games during a season. And last year, he didn't get to play as much in as many games because Micah Hyde was playing. So that might be catching up to him, but I think Hamlin is a really good player. He took a bad angle on the touchdown that the defensive back scored for the Patriots, and that led to him running down the field for that touchdown. But Hamlin also had a big hit that saved a touchdown later in the game. He actually got a penalty for it and was ejected from the game. I thought it did deserve to be a penalty because it was a defenseless receiver, but if he doesn't make that hit, the defenseless receiver catches the ball and the Patriots score a touchdown. I don't think that he deserved to be ejected for it. But, you know, I guess that's all opinion-based. Getting Trey White back makes a huge difference. He played a lot of snaps this week, and I think that might be one of the reasons that they didn't have Elam play in this game, which was a little bit shocking before the game. Why would Elam not be playing? But they played a lot of zone defense, and maybe they just felt like Trey White and Jackson and Xavier Rhodes were the answer on those zone defenses compared to man-to-man. I really don't know, because I think Elam's speed you want to have out there on the field, and you want to have defensive backs ready, but you know, they were trying to stop the run more this game too, which I think they again did. But you know, I'm just curious why they didn't have Elam play. But we won, so I'm not complaining about anything. Unlike I've seen some Bills fans today complaining about certain things with the team. And before we go on to the Jets, we first have to recognize that this weekend we can be fans. And we don't have to yell at the screen like we all do. The 49ers are playing the Dolphins, so that's a big game. We need the Dolphins to lose. The Bengals are playing the Chiefs, so that's a big game. And the Eagles, I believe, are playing the Titans, so we need the Eagles to win that. And the Vikings are playing the Jets, so we'd like the Vikings to win. I think that's all right. And so I'm going to be a 49er, Bengals, Eagles, and Vikings fan this weekend, although some of those games are at the same time, but try to figure out a way to watch multiple games at once. And then we go on to the Jets. So we'll definitely want to watch that Jets game because that's who our opponent is next week. And earlier in this year, we went to the Jets and did not get the win. So this makes this game important, very important, a little bit important anyway, but the Jets team coming into town, and as a division team, we need to win this game as well. So every game is important, but when we play division teams or conference teams, they're even a little bit more important. So, but no matter what, the most important thing is that God loves you, and so do I.